Everything you see here is strictly informational. Forex is a high-risk business. Please do not place trades with more money than what you don't have. Please do not trade other people's money. Do not borrow any money than what you cannot trade with. And please take everything that I say as a personal opinion. I am not considered a financial advisor. I'm not considered a broker. I am just one here simply recording my journey along learning the markets. Alright, so we are going to look at some metals. Let's do it. Take a look at gold. I know I tried trading some gold earlier in the week, and man, was that rough. I got some wins, but I got some losses too. It was just all over the place, and it was hard to. It was a little rough. So let's see if we can't take a look at gold, and I want to take a look at silver too. I do a live analysis with silver. I usually never look at silver, so I want to take a look at it with a fresh pair of eyes, and see what we can't see what we can't see. See what we can't see that we should see. Anyways, if you ever seen my stuff before, you like it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want. I do a lot of analysis. I show a lot of what am I trying to say here? I don't even know, but subscribe anyway. Just listen to me ramble. I do some strategies. I got a new strategy that I've been trying called double RSI strategy. I've done a couple videos on that with crypto and whatnot. Yeah, some forex, some indices. In case you haven't ever watched my channel, this is what I do. I have only been trading for a couple months, probably since about May. I'm pretty mediocre, I started, when I first started, I, just like everybody, lost a lot of money because I jumped into the game a little bit too quick. But slowly but surely I'm coming around slowly. I realize this isn't going to be a $1 million thing overnight. This is going to be a slow and steady process, and that's how I'm treating it. So yeah, so now I just I take a look at the markets, and hopefully I have a good outlook on what is going to come. And it looks like I may have to pause for just 1 second, because it looks like I'm having some technical difficulties. Alright, and we are back. Yes, I was having some technical difficulties. My chart was not loading correctly, and I could see it before I switched to it. So let's go ahead and switch to it, shall we? Alright, so here we are. This is gold that we're taking a look at on the weekly chart. I kind of got something drawn up already, but as you can see, going back to, geez, I thought I had this drawn up already too, but I guess I didn't. Going back to that high that we had back in 2011, if we draw a horizontal line all the way across and we spread out this weekly chart, and it tried to see, this was the technical difficulties I was having. As you can see, which is interestingly enough currently at the 382 level of my Fibonacci, but still the weekly we are still above. We closed above that last week, which is good news. I still think we're in a bullish position with gold here. Oh yeah, this was the chart, that's why. So if we take a little bit of a closer look in on this, let's see here, let's go into the 4-hour. Didn't want to get that close. We see what we've done previously. We got that high, we fell right back down. And now the reason I have this Fibonacci, if you haven't seen, and I've left it this way, the reason I've had it this way is because ever since we went from that sideways motion right back in May, and then we started having that upward climb. I made a trend line going up that way, and we still seem to be sticking kind of to that trend line. It seems to be following along the 200 MA, and as well as whenever we did make that high, and it fell, it smacked the 50 of the of this Fibonacci. So I started the trend line the exact same place that I started the Fibonacci. They both seem to be lining up, the Fibonacci and the trend line, so that's why I'm leaving it there. And whenever it fell, I think I said, we'd probably see just wedge, and that's pretty much what we've seen. And I was surprised last week whenever we finally broke out of this wedge. Now the question is are we just going to retest it and then move on? Because I have here this what was resistance line that we could not get across for the life of us, was this 1956, 1957-ish mark. We couldn't get a 4-hour close for anything. Slowly throughout the last couple, we got that weird jump up, and then here it just kind of slowly deteriorated, and then we had that weird jump up, and then it just felt like it was going to keep slowly deteriorating. And then we had that convention last week, what was it called, Jackson Hole Symposium. It kind of just took gold, and good thing I was not in the gold market at that time, because I would have probably either lost a lot of money or gained a lot of money depending on whichever way I was going. I didn't know, but gold just kind of went crazy. I was in Euro USD at the time, and I made some money on that one, thank God. But now it seems like ever since then, the dollar may be on a decline, and so gold is starting to tick back up. Now, that's not the only reason I would say gold is ticking back up. I just think that gold is overall going to be bullish. So we have now crossed this resistance of this 1956, 1957-ish area. I would expect at least a really good retest of this. If not, maybe a retest of the trend line, but I'm thinking at least a retest of this 1957-ish area, and then I move on. I think it probably tried to do it, and this is what gold does. It gets close to the retest, and it gets like a 10 pips or so of it, and then it just continues on, and then later it'll come back down and actually retest it. So that's what I've been learning about gold here lately. The retests aren't the full retest, because it'll continue to try to retest that same area. Some people are saying that this was a false breakout. I don't think this was a false breakout. This was just Jackson Hole Symposium. That was just the market going crazy. Whenever the market does that, it'll fall right back in line within a matter of hours or so, and that's what happened. So now that we have broken this 1956, again, I would expect a retest. And now your next area they're going to be looking for is 1980, 1981, because that was the last basically kind of best support-ish area before it broke down again and got underneath. So we haven't spent much time in this 1957-ish to 1980-ish area. And that's what I'm going to kind of expect it to do this week, because we've been spending a lot of time below there and above this 1921 level, 1920 level, which was the high from the 2011. So we've been staying above that. So since we've been staying above that all-time high, that tells me that we're still in a bullish mode. We're still above the 200 MA on the 4-hour chart. And it looks like I have an alert from XRP. That means it is probably losing strength right now. Give me 1 second while I check on that, and I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, it was part of my strategy. I was checking to see if XRP had gotten to where I set an alarm. It wasn't where I needed to, so I didn't jump in. Anyway, back to gold. Keeps doing it. I keep setting the alarm and it keeps going off. It's not there yet. I just need to ignore it. Again, with gold, again, retest, I think, of the 1957 level. Once it gets above 1980 level, retest again. I think it will go along. But again, I think it's going to go sideways throughout the entire week, probably. going back and forth, retesting and then rejecting, retesting and rejecting, until the 200, gives it a good push up. And we should see what happens after that, because I think that's definitely what's keeping this along. Whenever this got below, whenever this 4-hour close, this 200, I got a little worried there for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It also was breaking below this. It closed below this trend line too, but somehow it it did not want to stay below there. By the grace of everything, me being a bull for the metals, it continued to go our way. So I'm only going to be looking for buys. I'm not going to be looking for sells. And again, I'm going to be looking for them off this trend line, or off this off this support line. If anything, probably below the support line, because it likes to dig a little bit deeper than the support most of the time. And even then, you still got to be very, very careful. So I'm not for sure if I'll be playing with gold this much this week as I tried to earlier, and it didn't really go my way. But that's what I have on gold. Now, as far as silver is concerned, I haven't really taken a good look at silver, but let me see what I can come up with. It's kind of, it's a little bit stronger than gold. I think the trend lines really didn't work out as much as gold did. As well as, let's see if this Fibonacci, if I add in a couple more levels, if it plays out the same way. Yeah, it kind of does. So if we add in the 382 and the 236, it looks like it did break above this 236, which was acting as a resistance. So now it looks like it's a support. It looks like it is probably retesting. I know that there were some people that had drawn they had drawn this. Maybe it was this. I can't remember. Something like this, and it looks like this. They thought it was a false breakout, and they thought it was going to break down. I'm not a huge fan of trend lines, even though some of them do seem to serve a purpose. I think, if anything, this trend line will serve a purpose as more bullish movement. It looks like it could retest off the trend line, or retest off of this. Looks like we have a support resistance level right here of about 1183, somewhere around there. But yeah, it looks like it's right at a resistance as well of that 27.6. Now, if we can get, some kind of, bearish movement down to, somewhere around here, like the 24.96, that would be my go-to to pull the trigger for a buy. For one that was kind of like, you can see this, it's a green line going across. It's near the 50. You can see that there were some areas that it touched before that where it was a resistance area, and I believe that will be a support area. And if we could get some kind of bearish movement down to there, I would definitely pull a trigger for a buy. But it's looking like it probably, it could break this resistance here. It looks like it's probably on its way. If we want to dig a little bit deeper and get into like the 15 minutes of it, why not? Yeah, it looks like it probably, if we get a 4-hour close above this, I think we're going to see definitely some more bullish movements. And then your next area after that would probably be just above this resistance here. So the little line up there, probably the 27.93, probably 27.94, something like that. If we look left, if there's anything, yeah, probably around the same area, maybe just a little bit higher. 27.928 area, I think, is where we're going to see that next resistance area. So again, if we can get a 4-hour close above, right around where it's at now, I would expect to retest off that line. and then continue moving upwards in some more bullish momentum after the Jackson Hole Symposium last week. Again, we're seeing, I think, more of a decline in the dollar, and we'll probably be seeing more along some bullish movement in the metals. So especially that's what happened toward the end of the week last week, and I would expect more bullish movement to continue. So that's all I got for you guys today as far as the metals are concerned. So look for those different levels that I was telling you about, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully something good happens. I'm not for sure if I'll be pulling the trigger, but if you guys are interested in the metals, that's what I would be looking for. But hey, that's just me. Who am I to know? Anyways, again, if you like my work, if you like what I say, if you don't like what I say, I don't care. Hit that subscribe button anyway. Just do it. You want to hit it. It's a good thing. It's positivity. It spreads positivity. Is what it does. So, I'm not trying to be a bully. I don't want to be a bully, but just hit the subscribe button. All right, just do it for me. Sorry, I got really bad dad jokes too, but stick around. I'll probably be putting up another video soon of probably the dollar pairs, and that may be about it. I think I did the indexes already. Maybe I'll do some crypto. That sounds about fun. But check out what's going on with the metals this week, and hopefully you guys get some good trading in. Bye.